And my fear is that David would have to move. And if David moved, the kids are going to be gone. There's going to be this split. I'm not going to know where they're at. They're not going to have this environment. We watched them last night, all out in their underwear, up until Zane decides he wants to pull us down because they've been beating each other up with a box. Well, Zane decided that he's just going to pee on the box that they're beating each other up on. So we're just sitting there, we're laughing about it, but this is their environment. This is where they live. This is their home. This is a huge blessing. And so the thing is that David I now know where David is going to be at. I'm not having to worry about, because the thing is, AJ, I can tell you this. David is not going to move that camper because David is not going to take the pressure off them jacks. Because he's not going to endure that stress. And so it'll stay there. And so I thought, well, what are these people going to say? What are they going to say? And you know what I said? I don't give a crap what they say. My family is here. I'm not going to let somebody else limit the vision for my family. Dory, I don't care. If somebody don't like it, kiss my butt. I'm sorry. My family is a priority to me. The thing is, I remember like with David, it's like, well, I can't tell that he wants me. I don't push myself upon you unless you want my advice. If you want it, you're going to ask. If not, because I don't want to be guilty of swaying you, so I try to shut my mouth. But the thing is that this vision thing is, what is your vision? It's not necessarily actually what you see or what you can dream. Sometimes your vision is what you're able to see. Does that make sense? Because, see, I have an entire lesson about the timing between Easter and the Exodus. When all these things happened. That was what I was going to do. But my vision, what allows me to see through all the haze, Dory, through all the mess, it shows me something else. It shows me something else. So even like in church, if I let my vision single down to where, well, where's everybody at today? How does that affect things? It affects me mentally because my pride is interjected and my vision is seeing with carnality. In other words, with eyes already of flesh. Instead, I have to force myself, Jacob, to see with the eyes of my spirit. I have to see the realm. So the thing is, if I am effectively speaking to one or two people, that is enough for me. Does that make sense? Yep. I don't need to speak to 100 people because honestly, Dory, I don't like 100 people. Do you want 100 people in your yard? Mm-hmm. Or would you rather have one friend?
During a garage sale, I would take 100.
No, right?
I would, because you have 100 people in the yard sale. You're going to be sitting there, Artie, and I know you. You're going to be watching You're going to be Sheriff Woody. Let me check your bag, please.
I'm in.
So, if it limits my vision, or if it limits my ability to see, so I know that, AJ, if I will let these other things come in, I had this big open channel of God speaking because it's all that I focused on. Every time that gets limited, it gets smaller, 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 smaller. Before finally, God is this little pinprick of a light in your world. And the thing is that if you've got this little bitty flashlight and you're walking outside, Amber said, well, I don't like walking outside because, I can't, Bailey was screaming because, there's snakes in the grass and I can't see everything. So guess what I did, Artie? I made it look like, what was the place that the elves lived in Lord of the Rings? I can't remember the name of the place. They have a place for it. But,
Hobbitville.
The elves live in Hobbitville. Elves, Hobbitville. So that means where the hobbits live. Elves, Hobbit. Two different things. But the thing is that if
Rivendell.
you look at you look at the story, it shows you that he's got all these lights and everything. So now, Dory, you can land an airplane out here. Them kids was out 8:30 last night still running around because they could see we put light there. When you limit the light of God that you see, it limits how much light that your family. And you have to understand, again, if you see yourself and your children as leadership, when are you going to start acting like they are leadership? When are you going to start? So Action this year, guess what Action does this year? Action has a JOB this year. Axton is going to work with us when he gets out. Now, he's not going to have to work the whole summer, and he's not going to work every day. The choice is his. If Axton wants to work that day and get paid that day, guess what? He will work that day and get paid that day. He says, well, what if I don't want to? I said, then Addison, do you hear me? I said, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to hire Addison and pay her twice what you was going to get. Well, can I get what Addison was going to get paid? I said, no. I said, that was her reward because you didn't want it. So have you ever wondered why some people seem more blessed than you? They are more blessed than you because you didn't want that blessing. God is a jealous God. So if you want to make somebody jealous, what do you do to somebody who turns you down?
Help them out instead.
There's I can tell you stories about this thing. I'm not even going to go on. I'm just going to leave this one alone. But there are stories about people who throw lavish things on other people to make other people jealous. So, next thing is that why does it limit your vision? Why does it limit your vision? What is its goal to limit your vision? What are these things? Because number one, why do I have these things? Now you notice that it wasn't necessarily bad things that was limiting my mind. It wasn't bad things. Dory, I'm not going to have the desire to go out and rob the bank because I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to prison. I don't even want to think about that. I can't think about that. But why does it limit your vision? Why? Because it's something that appeals to you. The desires of your heart, the things that you desire is what limits your vision. And how many times have you bought something? Amber told the story one time that she had this friend, was in real estate, blah, blah, blah. But what she did is that they went to her closet, and the closet was full of stuff that had tags on it, right? Why was it full of stuff if she had tags on it? Because something was missing and she had to go spend this money to make her feel good. But the minute she spent the money to make her feel good, AJ, she had what?
Buyer's
remorse. But it also did not solve the need.
They didn't fill that gap.
Ask yourself this question. Why do people, okay, and again, I'm getting close to home, but it's like, as an example, if I have, you can put this for tattoos, you can have this for fishing poles, you can have this for guns, you can have this for piercings, you can have this for dogs, you can have anything. Why do you have so many? Because you're never satisfied. There's something that's driving your dissatisfaction. Why do people, on tattoos, want sleeves, and then after the sleeves, AJ, that ain't good enough, now let's black everything out. But the problem is that after they black everything out, then what happens? What's your next step?
Right.
Because you've gotten to this point because nothing solves the need in your mind. The reason why nothing solves the need is because you're being driven by what are appeals? Desires. What are you looking for? What is driving your desires? What is it? Are you driving, is it your pride? Is it your ego? How you want people to see you? What you see? AJ and I was talking about this morning about things that we do that I will do to kind of distract from my ego. Because my ego is naturally wants to be here. So if I do things that kind of like bring me down, make me humble, I'm okay with it because I need that thing. I need it because I know. So I have to do things that limit. But it limits your vision because, number one, you allow it, but you realize that's his job. That's his job. Do you realize everything you desire, everything that is appealing to you, has been created as the tree was that produced the apple? Dory, it is designed to take away from your vision. Everything that's created. Think what you're saying. We work to buy stuff. Think about it, Dory. Do we not?
Yes.
But what if we didn't need this stuff? What if we could minimize this stuff? And so if we can minimize this stuff, now I'm all about working. When my early mentor